Hey guys, welcome back to the Fit Diabetic YouTube channel. I've had a couple of questions now just coming out of Christmas with people kind of overeating, outside of their normal daily routine, and obviously sugar's kind of going a bit crazy because of that. So yeah, I've had some inquiries on what's the best way to basically manage your sugar in these times. I've actually got a bit of a technique that I use most weekends, to be honest, most Saturday nights, and I'll run through it with you, which kind of really helps manage your blood when you're eating a larger carbohydrate meal than you usually would eat. So basically, I mean, I should start. People often think that I'm only eating kind of chicken and broccoli or yeah, just really healthy food all the time. But that's not always the case. I mean, I like to indulge as much as the next person and have been known to go through 2 liters of ice cream in one sitting and whatnot. So I know how to manipulate my insulin to make sure I'm well within range no matter what I'm eating. So the main thing to focus on, I suppose, coming out of the holidays is that you don't miss out on any meals with the family, or you're not letting diabetes or being a diabetic isolate you any more than it kind of needs to, because I'm of the belief that it shouldn't at all. So what I like to do in my case is I take Lantus as my long-acting one. So whatever your long-acting insulin is, that's going to be the key to it. So on a typical day, I would have about 16 units of Lantus, say at 10 p.m. before bed. That's generally enough to take me through the night and wake up in the morning with a good reading. So what I like to do, let's use a hypothetical situation. If I'm going to have a food like pizza or pasta or ice cream or something that's quite high in fat and carbohydrate, this is when I use this technique. Now, the reason it works for those type of foods is because the fats essentially slow the glucose release down. So in effect, you're kind of getting a double whammy. You'll get your original hit, which you take your short-acting insulin, you think I've got this covered, all good. What tends to happen is because of the fat involved in those meals, it kind of comes back again for round two a few hours later, and that's when your sugars can really spike. So this is what this technique I'm about to share, this is what it's really best for. So let's assume we're going out for dinner. It's pizza night. I'm going to go to town and eat a large pizza on my own. Easily done. So what I would typically do is, assuming my blood sugars have been fine throughout the day, around 4 p.m. I would have my first shot at Lantus. Now, I really go to town on this and really almost double up. Like I said before, my average amount is about 16 units. What I would do is go for a big dose of about 30 units. Like I said, this is about 4 p.m., hypothetical situation. Let's say that's not going to kick in straight away. So obviously there's no real issue there. Let's say dinner's at 6, 6:30. You eat what you need to. It's very important you also have your short-acting insulin based on that meal that you're having. And so you want to continue to manage it. You want to continue to look after it and test like you normally would, probably a little bit more regularly if, it's a bit of a crazier meal. But from there, you basically should be able to get through the night, let's say till 10 p.m., with your sugar under control. Now, what happens is you'll get to this stage and let's say you're ready for bed, it's 11, test your sugar, everything's looking good. You think, well, I've had my Lantus, my blood sugar's good, I can go to bed. This is where the problems typically kick in. So the trick here is to have another smaller dose of Lantus. Typically what you would normally have, so in my case, I'll go back to the 16 units, let's say. So what I've found in my experience is this then combats that second wave of glucose that's going to hit the system. It gives you a nice, smooth kind of ride. You've already had, more fast-acting insulin than you normally would have had based on the meal you've just eaten. So you've got a lot more insulin in your system. And this second lot of the fast-acting insulin will just kind of smooth you out throughout the night. And most of the time, probably a 99% success rate. I wake up with a great blood reading, and it's based on this kind of double whammy approach. So, as with all my videos, this is just my experience of 30 years of living as type 1. I'm definitely not a doctor, but I do take my diabetes and my fitness very seriously. So, yeah, hopefully next time you're going out in the town for a big crazy meal and try that technique, and yeah, let me know how you go. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with everything, and yeah, I'll keep the videos flowing. I'll talk to everyone soon. Bye.